Good afternoon all. This is MSR from Bharat Academy. So today I will discuss about calendar from reasoning and arithmetic topic. In calendar we can expect three types of questions. They will give date and we have to find weekday of that date. Second type, they will give one date and from that if we take that as reference and we need to find out another day. Second, in this they will give one date as reference and from this day n number of days. After n number of days we have to find out weekday of that particular date. Reference plus n number of days. To find out all these questions, we need to know about odd day concept. Odd day means the remaining day. In a week, as we know, there are 7 days. So if we want to calculate odd days for some group of days, we need to divide the number of days by 7. For example, consider 11 days. If we divide it by 7, we get remainder as 4. So in these 11 days, we have 4 odd days. Like this, we can calculate how many odd days are there for every month in a year. For example, so we can calculate like this for every month. In a month, how many odd days are there in a year? For example, consider January. In January, there are 31 days. To get odd days, we need to divide it by 7. Remainder is 3. So, we can write it here. For January, 3. When it comes to February, there will be 28 days for some years and 29 days for some years. If it is 29 days, it is leap year. In general year, there will be 28 days for February. So to calculate odd days, when we divide it by 7, in ordinary year, there will be 0 odd days. In leap year, there will be 1 odd day. Like this, if we calculate till December, we can get March 3 days, April 2 odd days, like that. May 3 days, June 2 days, July 3, August 3, September 2, October 3, November 2, December 3. When we get 0 odd days, we can say it as Sunday while calculating days. 1 Monday, 2 Tuesday, 3 Wednesday, 4 Thursday, 5 Friday, 6 Saturday. We calculated how many odd days are there in a month by dividing those total number of days by 7. When it comes to year, for example, consider ordinary year. Like for every ordinary year, there will be 365 odd days, 365 days. To know how many odd days are there, we have to divide it by 7. There will be 1 odd day for ordinary year. For leap year, there will be 1 extra day. So we need to add it to this one. For leap year, 2 odd days. So we can write it separately here. Now we can consider one date as example and we can use these values to find out weekday of that particular date. Consider today's date. We have to note here that it is all these are for completed months and completed years only these days, not incompleted years. So consider this year 2023. This is not yet completed as it is January 13 only. So before this year 2022, all are completed years. In those completed years we need to calculate odd days. In 2022 years there are we can divide it into parts. 2000 years plus 22 years. As 2000 is multiple of we can consider for 100 years 5 odd days, for 200 years 3 odd days, for 300 1 odd day, for 400 0 odd days. As 2000 is multiple of 400, there will be 0 odd days for these 2000 years. For 22 years we need to calculate how many leap years are there, how many ordinary years are there. In 22 years there are 5 leap years and 17 ordinary years. For these 17 ordinary years, 17 into 1, 17 odd days. For 5 leap years there will be 10 odd days. Total 27. If we divide it by 7, we get 6 as remainder. So 6 odd days. We completed year. When we came to month, it is not yet completed. So we can neglect it. Coming to days, there are 13 days. We need to calculate how many odd days are there in these 13 days. To calculate 13 days, we can divide it by 7. There will be 6 odd days. So we need to add it to this 6. Again, it exceeds 7. So divide it by 7 to get it how many odd days are there. Total 5 odd days. As we see here, 5 means Friday. So today is Friday. When we come to second type of question, as we discussed earlier, this is first type, and second type they will give one date as reference and we need to calculate from that date another date. For example, consider January 1st 2007 is Monday, and calculate what is the weekday of 2nd Jan 2008. Here when they give one date as reference and we need to find out this day, this date of weekday. So while doing this problem, we need to consider completed months and we need to accept this date. So in 2007, how many completed months are there? We need to accept this date, given reference date, and we need to include this date. What we need? So in 2007 completed months in January, there are 31 days as we all know. In 31, if we exclude this date, there will be 30 days. So for 30 days, there are 2 odd days. If we divide it by 7, remainder 2. February, as it is ordinary year, 2007 is not leap year. So there will be 0 odd days. 0 plus March 3, April 2, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. from 2007 January 1st to 2008 January. It is not yet completed. So we need to consider its before month which is completed. Till December we have to consider it. When we add all this, $28. When we divide it by 7, we get 0 as remainder. So 0 odd days. We get 0 odd days. So consider this 0 and consider how many days are there. It is January, so there are no completed months. We have to consider these 2 days plus 2. It is not exceeded 7, so we don't need to divide it by 7. For 2, we can see Tuesday. So when it is Monday, January 1, 2007, it will be 2008 Tuesday. When we consider second, third type, they will give 1 day, and after n number of days we need to calculate weekday of that particular date. Type 3. For example, consider today's date 13 Jan 2023. It is Friday. After 63 days, what will be the weekday of that particular date after 63 days? As we all know, every week has 7 days. So we need to divide this number of days. Let it be any number. We need to divide that n number by 7. So consider when we divide this 63 by 7, we get remainder as 0. So we need to add this remainder, what we get after dividing the n number of days by 7, to this weekday number. Friday is 5. So 5 plus 0. Again 5. So after 63 days, it is Friday only. From this date, after 63 days, it is Friday only. Consider another date. For example, after 81 days. From this date, after 81 days, we need to divide it by 7. It will be remainder 4. 7, 11, 77. Remainder will be 4. We need to add this 4 to number of day, Friday. What is its number? 5. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 by, it is exceeded 7. So we need to divide it by 7 to get remaining odd days. It is 7. Remainder is 2. So it will be 2 odd day, second day, Tuesday. From this date, after 81 days, it will be Tuesday. Thank you.